Well, we've made it almost to the end of 2024. Here we are on the day I'm going out for the final major cleanup of the season. I've been doing cleanups here consistently for the last couple of weeks leading up to Christmas. And here I'm going out to do one more final one. New Year's is coming up later this week. It'll be the end of this season, the beginning of 2025. We'll see what that year has in store. Little Red in all her glory, or his glory, or whatever. So far so good. Still got a lot to do on this truck in terms of getting it ready for next season. Next season, Little Red will be the primary maintenance truck for us. I got Big Red out here. Big Red will be our backup work truck. I've kind of reached a bit of a crossroads. I'm kind of thinking about, instead of leaving the ramp gate on Big Red, I'm kind of thinking of removing Big Red's, the Dale Otero ramp that I have on this truck, and putting it on this truck, just because I love the way this ramp is. And the one I bought used a while back for this truck, I've put it on a couple of times and I've measured, and I had some custom fab work done on it as well. And I'm not terribly crazy about it. I don't really like it. I could make it work possibly. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do any more work on it, spend any more time messing with it, but I'm thinking about just taking that ramp off of Big Red and putting the tailgate back on Big Red, and because it'll be all right for a while, at least that way. If I'm going to use it for mulch and for other work, I don't need a ramp gate necessarily on there. It'll be reduced for mowing, but if I'm only mowing out of this truck primarily, then that should work out for me. I've also got to do I've still got to do the bed liner in this truck. I'm going to do I've got a Rust-Oleum bed liner kit, roll-on bed liner kit that's going on this truck. I'm going to clean it all up and get that bed liner installed before I before I start driving that stand-on mower up in the bed here. I don't want what happened to Big Red to happen to Little Red. If you've seen Big Red's wheel wells, Big Red's wheel wells are all torn up. I mean, there's gashes and scrapes and even a couple of holes in that truck from where that mower deck just, got loose and twisted to the side or spun around, and drug out and tore through the side of that sheet metal. I don't like that. Looking back on it, I should have bedlined that truck too, but I didn't. And I'm not gonna make that same mistake with this one. Want it to stay a little bit nicer. Want it to stay a little bit cleaner than the other one did. That'll let us clean up that one too a little bit better and keep it as a backup truck. We're almost here. This is a very short drive from where we stay. So I don't know what the crap this guy's doing. Listen, you need to go somewhere else, mister. I am busy. There we go. All right, he's out of the way. Man, this guy's got leaves everywhere in his doggone front yard. But we're just cleaning out the backyard, so I'm not worried about it. All right, on to it. So something I encountered here, this roof line is full of leaves again. As you can see, the gutters area here are all full of red oak leaves, but luckily almost all of the leaves are off the tree, except that one in the end. So I just had to call the client real quick and make sure he wanted me to get up on the roof and do that, because getting on the roof is not included in part of a normal cleanup. That is extra. So we're gonna run back to the house now and grab our ladder, and then get back out here and resume. Just finished up the roof blow here. There were still piles of leaves from that red oak tree, all clustered up in various points. When you do extra work, like something like climbing on a roof that's not normally included in a leaf cleanup, you always got to call the client and verify that that's all right. If you don't, you'll either be wasting your time and doing free work, or something catastrophic happens, you're liable because you didn't clear it with the customer. It wasn't in the scope of the original job clean out. So, and normally, a leaf cleanup doesn't include walking along the roof, but this particular client had issues before with leaves piling up here along the gutter, and there was a ton of leaves. You can kind of see the outline of where it's wet, where all these leaves were piled up all along here and all along down the gutter. There's still a couple of stragglers, but not nearly as many as there were. So yeah, we also made more work for ourselves down on the bottom, but it's all right. It'll be fine. All right, patio blown and crates off. Excess leaves in the yard, now we're gonna bag them up. Now, due to the fact that these are really wet right now, unfortunately, we're actually going to go over them first at a higher setting, and then we're going to come back in on the normal setting after that. If we try to go in on the bottom setting on the first time, we're going to get like 1 or 2 passes, and then we're going to be in full. So that's how we got to do it. 4 inches and start there. That's how you got to do these things excessively wet. Oh, I got the mowing, bagging, leaf raking done. This is what it looks like before the final cleanup with the blower. I've got to haul the bags out as well. As you can see, it came out really well. There's not a lot of excess leaves. A little bit in the beds there. The client wanted to maintain a small amount of leaf debris in the beds as sort of like a bedding. So you can see kind of right here, that's what we've done. Just doing the backyard here, not doing the front as well. The front's a whole different animal we could tackle, but not this time. Maybe next time. There we are, finished up. This patio, when we showed up, was just covered in leaves. Got everything out of there and cleaned up really nice. We got the roof line cleaned off. This whole roof part was covered in red oak leaves. Got them cleaned up. Left a little bit of bedding here. A little bit of material in the beds as bedding, plant bedding. as per the client's request. But the drains cleaned out, away from the drains, away from the AC unit. All the leaves in the lawn mulched up, bagged up. We bagged over them at 4 inches, and then we bagged over them again at 3 inches to remove all of the excess leaves. About 15 bags worth total. So, oh man, huge job, but what an awesome close to 2024. Ending 2024 on an awesome note. This job turned out great, and I can't wait to do some more next year. Next year is right around the corner. See you then.